As a black immigrant woman, these are the 10 reasons why I will be voting for Kamala Harris for president. And later on, I'm also going to give my opinions as to why I'm not voting for Donald Trump. So let's get into my 10 facts because they are facts. Kamala Harris is a trailblazer as the first female vice president and the first woman of South Asian and African American descent. Her story resonates with many immigrant women who aspire to break barriers. And that's me. I'm a black immigrant woman that aspires to break barriers, not only in my community, but also for my family and my children. Harris has consistently advocated for the rights of immigrants, supporting pathways to citizenships and policies that protect immigrant families. And I'm all here for pathways to support citizenship because when my mom came here, she overstayed and she ended up being an illegal immigrant here until she got to a pathway to get her citizenship and get her kids here. So I'm all for policies that are going to support families and immigrants coming here to better their lives and their families. She champions policies that promote gender equality, such as equal pay and reproductive rights, which are crucial for women, especially those from immigrant backgrounds. And I'm all here for reproductive rights, Roe versus Wade, and that right there is a big topic for me. I'm a woman. I have a daughter. I do not feel like any men in power, with whether that be state, federal, or any government at all, should have the right to tell me or my daughter or any woman, as a matter of fact, what to do with their body and how that should go and when it should take place. I don't support anyone telling a woman when, where, how, any of that at all. I'm here for equal pay and reproductive rights because I want to make money. It's just that simple. Harris' leadership emphasized the importance of diversity, inclusion, and creating an environment where all voices are heard and valued. Diversity is super important to me, and that goes for everything from the clothes that I buy to the things that I put in my house to the makeup that I buy. As you guys can see, if you follow me a lot, I buy a lot of black owned brands, whether that be the food that I cook, the things that I put on my body, anything that I can find in store that is black owned, I will spend my money on it. I'm all for diversity and inclusion because without that, we won't survive and we need to support our own. She supports initiatives that enhance educational access and economic opportunities, which can empower immigrant families and help them thrive in new communities. I'm all here for education because as someone that is going to school and is almost finished, I believe that education is the key to success and it will always be a key to success. And I feel like once you have education, you can go anywhere and do anything. And as for my kids, I want them to know that they are excellent, especially my black daughter, which almost have the same skin tone as Kamala. I'm very much an old school Jamaican or old school immigrant that thinks her kids have to go to college. There is no ands, if, or buts about it. They have to go to college. I don't care what they go to college for, but they have to go to college. That's how they network. That's how they're going to set themselves up for the future. And that's how they are going to be better individuals and be helpful to our society. Not saying that if you don't go to college, you can't be helpful and be good to society, but for me and mine's, it's a must. Harris advocates for affordable health care, ensuring that all individuals, including immigrants, have access to necessary service, and I feel like everyone should have health care. If you don't have access to healthcare, then something happens to you, you're going to die. And that's just simple human needs, human necessities. And the way how I just got some immunization shots for my school and they are costing me an arm and a leg. If Miss Harris can make it happen where these medications, these procedures, whatever it goes, as far as medical and healthcare is concerned, the costs are reduced and also healthcare workers get paid more, I'm all here for it. She recognizes that climate change disproportionately affects marginalized communities and support measures to address these inequalities. And this goes without saying because climate change definitely affects marginalized communities. We don't have access to what everyone else have access to, which makes it harder for us to address stuff like climate change. Harris' experience as a senator and her role in addressing critical national issues demonstrate her capability to lead effectively, making her a trustworthy candidate. And a lot of people like to bring up her being vice president, and she is not doing anything as vice president already. And I will say to you, what did all the other vice presidents do? Why are you guys so hell-bent on her having to do something as vice president when the vice president is there to support the president? And if you guys don't know what the responsibility of a vice president is, let me enlighten you. The Vice President of the United States has several important roles and responsibilities. First and foremost, they are first in line to succeed the president if needed. The VP also serves as the president of the Senate, casting tie-breaking votes on legislation when necessary, acting as a key advisor to the president. The vice president participates in decision-making process and discussions on various policies. Additionally, they often represent the United States in the diplomatic matters, meeting with foreign leaders and participating in international events. Ceremonial duties are another aspect of the role, which the VP attending state events and national ceremony. Many vice presidents also focus on specific policy addressing or initiatives contributing uniquely to the administration goals. Finally, they play a significant role in supporting the party's agenda and campaigning for fellow party members and helping to shape the political land. Being a vice president is a supporting role to the president, okay? And a lot of guys and a lot of people do not know that. So let me clarify it for you. Let's talk about why I will not be voting for Donald Trump. First and foremost, one of his policy that he stated multiple times, he will be giving police complete immunity for them to do whatever they want whenever they feel like it. I have a black son. I will support no such policies. You see Trayvon Martin and a lot of black kids, teenagers, men and women that have been killed by the hands of police officers. Complete immunity will give us another civil rights problem. And I'm not saying all police officers are bad or they do bad things. There is a few that do good things, but as far as I can see, the bad outweigh the good. And I will not support any policies that are going to give them, any human being at that, complete immunity for if they do something wrong. He is endorsed by the KKK, and the KKK is a racist organization. I don't even need to expound upon that. It is what it is. The last time he was in there, it was not good. January 6th is a prime example of why he should not go back into presidency. We can't go back, okay? We cannot go back because it's going to be worse. The covert and overt racism is going to be at an all-time high, and I can't do it. That's whether in the workplace, out in society, on social media, wherever you go, the covert and overt racism is going to be at an all-time high, because racists are going to feel like they can do whatever they want, say whatever they want without any consequences, with him being president. Donald Trump last tax policy that he put into place before he left as president is affecting middle class Americans and Americans in general. But I'm consider myself a lower to middle class, and it has made my taxes increase. My tax return is not as high as it used to be, and he is giving tax breaks to millionaires that don't need it. The people that are supposed to be getting tax breaks are poor, middle class, lower middle class individual. And the tax policy that he put in is affecting us up till today. That is a big reason why he will not be getting my vote also. I don't feel like he have regular Americans' best interests at heart. People like Elon Musk, him, Jeff Bezos, people that are rich, millionaires and billionaires, are who he has their best interests at heart as far as policies goes, and that just will not work for me. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. These are my reasons why I will not be voting for Donald Trump, and I gave you 10 facts as to why I will be voting for Kamala Harris. Go Kamala. Deuces.